Breaking news. If it bleeds, it leads. In your news today...
You are now tuned in to Dirty Laundry Media.
Stand by.
So what's going on, Dirty Laundry family? It's your man online, Bill Money. I'm tapping in with a developing story out of Beaumont, Texas, which has nationwide effects. There was a federal prison system lockdown, a nationwide lockdown. This was due to an incident at a United States penitentiary in Beaumont, Texas, not far from Houston, Texas, not far from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Apparently there was a prison brawl, leaving 2 inmates dead and maybe about 4 injured at latest count. I'm going to play a news clip with the details on the incident, but just wanted to mention before I get into that this incident is involving MS-13 gang members. MS-13 is an El Salvadoran gang. El Salvador being a Central American country, which is a hub of illegal immigration via the United States southern border. So this incident just speaks to the need to tighten up that southern border, to lock down on illegal immigration as a priority, and to get a hold of immigration as a whole in 2022 moving forward. Specifically, if we plan on building back better, and I say that with a twinge of disgust, because I know that Joe Biden does not have plans for America to remain, the America that I know. The southern border has been wide open. Previously, when Donald Trump was making efforts to close down the border, the Democrats were doing everything in their power to keep that southern border open. So this just speaks to the need, for immigration reform, really a halt to immigration altogether until we can figure out our issues should be the priority. MS-13 is a problem. I posted a story on my channel a couple of months ago about Natasha Ariel, a young lady who was among a group of friends and family in a schoolyard in New Jersey, and was attacked by some MS-13 gang members. 4 of the victims were killed. Natasha Ariel was the sole survivor. She was able to testify in trial, and she was able to get these gang members a whole, heap of time. And I guess, if we lock them up in prison here, we'll know where they are. Because if we send them back across the border, the way our system works, they pretty much come back and forth across at will. So, maybe it's best that they remain, locked in prison. But I'm going to get into this story. You drop down in the comments and let me know what you think.
We are also following a major developing story tonight out of Texas. Every federal prison right now in the United States is under lockdown after a deadly fight at a facility in Beaumont, Texas. Correspondent Marky Martin is following the very latest on this situation for us tonight. Marky.
Yeah, good evening, Marty. When you're talking about this nationwide lockdown, you're talking about 122 federal prisons across the country in this lockdown. And it all started, as you just mentioned, this deadly gang fight at the facility down in Beaumont, Texas. And what we know about this altercation, actually not a ton of detail, but we know that it involved at least 4 members of this violent street gang called MS-13. 2 of those members died. 2 of them were treated at a local hospital for their injuries. And basically this lockdown has been initiated out of fear, right? That retaliation would reach other prisons, that similar crimes would spread throughout facilities across the country. And really, until this gets resolved and until it's deemed an isolated incident, prisoners and inmates across the country will be, staying in their cell. Visitation will be canceled, although I will say because of COVID, a lot of those social visits have been canceled anyway. And Marty, I did want to tell you the two men who died today, one of them was serving a 38-year sentence for carjacking and interfering with interstate commerce, and the other for racketeering.
Marty, pretty rare for all of these U.S. facilities to go into lockdown like this. We don't see it very often.
Yeah, you don't, which is why it's catching everybody's eye right now. But really, the issuing of a nationwide lockdown is pretty rare. But I will say that just within the past couple years during the pandemic, it's actually been issued a handful of times. April of 2020, when the pandemic really started to take off and cases started to skyrocket. We saw it then. We saw it last year during the Capitol insurrection, and then shortly before President Biden took office last year. But it's something we're going to follow very closely because at this time we have not been told when it might be lifted.
All right, a lot of questions tonight. Marky, we'll keep our eye on it live in Texas. Marky, thank you. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one. And if there's any noteworthy developments, I'll definitely tap back in with an update. Go ahead and smash like on this video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and share these videos out to your social media. Again, this is your man on the line, Bill Money, signing off. I will see you on the other side.